What's up, neighbors? I'm Tinashe Dennis Emmanuel and welcome back to The Gent Next Door. Now, I've been away for a couple of weeks. I was actually working on a film shoot. If you don't know, I'm a professional fashion stylist and also a costume designer. I work as a freelance artist in the film industry, so sometimes if I'm not able to put away videos, likely chances is I'm doing costume for a film project. Today's video is about 4 ways to look good on Zoom. Stay tuned till the end because I do have a bonus tip that you guys can use to make sure that you're looking your best on those office meetings, interviews and business meetings in the world we live in today. As you can tell, I'm living in England and we have been on a lockdown for the last 2 months. So my beard is not looking great and I'm wearing a hat because my hair looks like the jungles of Africa. But anyway, it's all good. We've still got work to do and I've still got to help you guys build the wardrobe of your dreams to help you achieve your life goals. That's what this channel is all about. So there is 4 key areas that I would recommend that you need to be aware of when styling for Zoom. And the first key area, of course, is style. Now, this mainly consists of your clothes and accessories. First thing you need to be aware of, a lot of people do when they go on Zoom or they're working from home, they may just choose to decide to wear a shirt and tie or just dress up for the top and actually be in your pajama bottoms or even boxers or underwear underneath because it's not on view. But if you are familiar with my channel or you have read my book or some of my blogs, you will know that I talk a lot about the psychological aspect of fashion. And there's a term that psychologists coined called enclothed cognition, which basically means that what you wear affects how you think, which affects how you perform. So actually, if you have anything casual on and you're trying to do quite abstract, quite complex work or important things, you're actually reducing your brain's processing power and alertness if you're dressed in casual clothes. So I would recommend first thing is dress from head to toe in what you would normally wear in the office, because that's subconsciously affecting your mind, telling it that, come on, switch on, I need you right now because we're here to do important work. It's a welcoming thing actually in the psychology of human interaction to show your neckline. It's showing a little bit of something that's reasonably intimate and vulnerable. Everybody's quite vulnerable around the neck. So when you show your neckline, it's a sign that you're welcoming and you want to engage with the person you're seeing. You want to avoid wearing turtlenecks on Zoom. You want to make sure that you're showing your neckline. For ladies, the size of your bust kind of determines how far low you want to show your neckline and your upper chest. Obviously be reasonable, it is a professional environment, and just be aware of the protocols and the behaviors of your organization and industry in terms of how much of your neckline and your shoulder line you show. But again, just avoid turtlenecks. Solid colors are easier on screen. I used to work in television a few years ago and I used to, by all means, try my best to avoid the TV presenters wearing busy patterns or tight checks on screen. It can dazzle the viewer, and also any director of photography will tell you that, yeah, patterns on clothes, particularly if they're multicolored, does fuzz up the screen a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about color. Now, I've done a couple of videos that go into depth on the different color theory and how that affects your clothing choices. In a nutshell, if you've got warm undertones, you want to wear colors with a yellow undertone, a little bit like the red t-shirt I'm wearing today. As you can see, the print on this color is in gold. And this red has a tangy orange undertone, tangy yellow undertone. So it fits my skin because my skin has warm undertones to it. Now, some of you may have cool undertones, so you want to wear colors with blue undertones or neon colors or grays. And I'll leave a link below for the video on what colors you should use for your undertone and how to find out what your skin undertone is. So the next key area is, of course, your hair. Now, it's a Zoom meeting, so people are on Zoom to engage with you. And of course, because you present yourself on Zoom through your face, you don't want your hair to be the dominant factor that people are focusing on when you're on Zoom. You want people to be focusing on your eyes, on your hands, on your facial expressions, so that they really engage and receive the message that you are portraying to your colleagues, clients, or customers. So if you have particularly big hair, or if you've got dye in your hair, if you've got a different color that's particularly bright, you want to just be aware that that could divert attention away from your face and make you less engaging on Zoom. So you may want to go for a high ponytail or a low ponytail just to get the hair out the way. For afro hair, if you've got long afro hair like myself, you want to go for a cane roll rather than maybe braids that go over your eyes or over your ears. Maybe just tying your hair back in a high man bun could work. But the key thing really is just keep it simple, keep it clear. You want people to see your face and to see your eyes with no distraction. A beard, particularly if you've got some hairs that are longer than others, can distort and look distracting on camera. So try your best to clip up all the sort of antenna hairs from your beard, and try your best to shape up your beard the best you can, because it makes your skin look clearer, and again, it just means that your face is more welcoming and engaging when you're on Zoom meetings. The next key element to looking good on Zoom, of course, is your face, and this consists of makeup and grooming. Make sure you moisturize your skin generously, but not too generously. If you can just do a test look in front of a mirror or in front of your phone camera or your computer screen, depending on what device you're using for your Zoom meeting, and just make sure that your face is not sort of prodigiously shiny and just looks too oily and greasy. If you've got like, you know, a darker pigment, if you're black or a South Asian, you've got darker skin, you're more likely to look a little bit shiny and oily on screen, particularly under lights. So a light powder will be good. Ladies, if you're going for makeup, I always think Zoom, you're working from home. No need to go overboard with the makeup. Obviously, do your makeup as that makes you feel comfortable. But just be aware that it is Zoom and you work from home, and people tend to be more welcoming. You tend to look more welcoming the more natural you look. So that's something to be aware of, particularly if you're on Zoom meeting a client or a partner for the first time. The final key element, of course, is accessories. Now, you want to avoid shiny or reflective large pieces of jewelry. Naturally, again, from my TV background, it's something that we tried our best to avoid, particularly if I was styling, say, a TV presenter who's going to be engaging with viewers for a long period of time in one single take live on television. The last thing you want to do is be able to see perhaps what's going on in the background on the presenter's watch or necklace or something really bright and shiny. You want to make sure that there is no glare. The same principles apply to Zoom. Remember, you want people to focus on what you're saying and to engage with your eyes. You don't want people to be watching something else that you're wearing or you're doing. So yeah, keep the jewelry quite simple. Try and avoid large pieces of jewelry and try and avoid jewelry that's too shiny. It's important to wear shoes. Again, the cognitive effect it has on your mind in terms of you actually doing serious work is important, and also it helps you stay engaged and keep you alert. Again, so those are the 4 key elements that you need to be aware of and use to look good on Zoom. But well done for sticking along this far into the video, because I'm going to give you the bonus clip, which is going to give you the edge over the next person, and that is space and scale. Around 70% of your screen is space, the area in and around you. So you want to use that area to your advantage. So make sure your body aligns to the center of the screen. You can change your smartphone camera to grid mode, which will give you a grid, and then you can position yourself, either you position the camera or position yourself so that you're in the center of the screen, and you want to make sure that your eyes are aligned somewhere in the upper echelons of that sort of middle row, if you like, of your grid, which is about the eye line of the viewer. If you watch videos of any great public speakers, say Barack Obama, for example, they're great communicators, body language communicators. They're not just really good at articulating the words, but they like to use their hands. So if you're giving a presentation or you're arguing a point or you're selling something on Zoom, try and use your hands. Try and use the space around you and your body to engage with your customer. Great orators use this trick, and I encourage you to do so as well. Research has shown that actually a lower camera angle makes you look slightly older and exaggerates any shadows or wrinkles that you have on your face. So, you just want to make sure that you position your camera wisely and there is a good symmetry between the lens and your eyes. You want to choose a solid monocratic background. So if your room is white, mainly like my loft here, that's a good starting point. Neutral colors are great because you can wear any color around those neutral colors and it will just complement it nicely. What you want to avoid is using color clashing. So say for example my walls were red or orange or yellow, that would really be competing for attention with my t-shirt today. The fact that it's a neutral color really works well because all you guys can focus on me and not on my walls. It's always good to accessorize and use plants or picture frames. Look great on Zoom in the background. Again, just make sure that the pictures are subtle and smart. They're not too loud because you don't want people to be watching what's going on behind you. You want them to be focusing on you and what you have to say. So guys, there you go. Those are the tools that you need to look good on Zoom. Please like this video. It makes a huge difference to this channel and more people seeing it. And if you find it useful, share it with someone else who you think may also find it useful, who does a lot of stuff on Zoom. Otherwise guys, great to be back, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.